Hey guys, this is my first live video. I'm sitting in my art studio down at CASP, otherwise known as the Charles Adams Studio Project. And from the encouragement of my friend Susan, she really suggested I do this, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm working on some larger sculptures tonight, so I'm going to just kind of sit and work on this. Hey Melissa! Hey Kirby! So I'm going to be working on a sculpture tonight. I'm going to just kind of see how things go and try this out. So, I don't know. This is all new to me. We'll see how it goes. Drinking some Topo Chico tonight. It's very chill. Hey Kendra! I'm like still like getting used to all these things popping up on my Facebook thing. If you haven't had a chance, there was a promo video that just came out about mine and Peter's show, Cambium and Clay. It's on my artist page for Facebook. It's also on the event page, so go check it out. It's really cool. It's the first time I've ever seen something like that for my studio, so it was very, very cool that his friend came in and did that. And there's going to be another video soon with me being interviewed, so that's exciting. Hey Andrew. So apparently to get Facebook video lives a chance to bring people in and have a chance to talk to them, you're supposed to be on here for like 30 to 45 minutes. We'll see how I do. That seems like a really long time. Hey Susan! Can everybody hear me? Is it good? Hey! I don't know if I'm talking loud enough, not loud enough. It's all new. So, this is my sculpture I'm working on tonight. So I'm going to start carving, just kind of work on it. Got like a week until First Friday again. Yep, sounds good, looks great. Cool, thank you, Susan. Yeah, this is my studio. Let me do a little pan. So it's kind of a mess. Let's see, Amelia. Hey Rachel. Rachel's like next door. I'm guessing working on stuff as well. Oh, hey Anthony, long time no see. Not that I'm seeing you, I just feel like I'm talking to myself. So does anybody have any questions about like my artist residency or what I've been doing in my studio? I've been posting stuff on Facebook for like a year. It's still kind of surreal that I've been down here for a little over a year. I hit my 1-year mark anniversary on the 15th, so just about 2 weeks ago, and in less than a year I'll be going on to something new, so we'll see how it goes. Hey Heather! So I hope everybody's having a good Friday night. You're doing great. Do you still have that piece on the wall? Yes, I do still have that piece on the wall, and I'm actually going to be adding on to it. That's why I'm making bigger ones, so that's something that's like I'm working on and wanting to do it. Thanks, Melissa. I'm so proud of you. Very cool. Melissa, you'll have to come and visit sometime. Hey, Miranda. Wow, 7 people already. This is cool. This is very cool. I like this. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about, though. Does anybody have any questions? If you're just joining, this is my first live video. Never done this before, but my friend Susan was just really encouraging to me, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, the new work has been really exciting. These pieces started much smaller about 5 years ago when I was still at Tech, and they weren't quite as refined yet. I was still working on getting the process down and anything like that, and so, but I've always imagined them being on a wall. And so I started building them in February, March, and I've made about 200 of them. Thank you, Miranda, you're so sweet. And now they're on a wall. Let me walk up there with it. Hopefully I won't shake the camera too much. They're on a wall with air plants. So we're gonna walk up to the front of my studio and let's see, how's the best way to do this? Oh, there we go. So this is my wall with air plants, and that's about an 8 foot by 8 foot wall. Each of those little sculptures are handmade ceramics with living plants in them. And I'm actually running a humidifier. Don't know if I can get it to show. Yeah, there we go. Trying to keep them from drying out in the Lubbock, Texas heat. So it's been pretty good so far. I had a couple of crunchy ones the other day and sprayed them, and some of my little ones that were hot glued to the wall fell off. What is your inspiration for this exhibit? Thank you, Rachel. Good question. Those grew all over Miami. I know, Susan. Like, they're so hard to keep alive in Lubbock. I'm going to replug my phone back in. Sorry for the ceiling shot. So all of my, these sculptures that I've been working on, Rachel asked a question about my inspiration. They come from my love of nature and wanting to be in it, and then also they're kind of ocean inspired. And we live very far away from the ocean, so I think it's something I'm constantly craving. And so those like textures in nature like show up into my work. And then they went from actually those sculptures 5 years ago to that large wall sculpture, but that's also where my pottery all comes from. So if you've like ever seen my pottery, that's even though this is an older piece, that's what I do. Come visit. I know, I need to come visit Miami. Hey, Mr. Johnston. It's been a long time. So if you're just joining me, this is my first live video, kind of talking about my studio and my artist residency. Started working on a piece, doing some carving. We'll be adding some textures to this later. This is what it looks like before it's all carved up. This started off as like a solid ball of clay, and then I slowly start carving it, sculpting it, all of that. I've never visited Miami, Susan. I've lived out in Orlando and I loved it. So I might have to make it back to Florida. Hey Cody, how's it going? Welcome to my first live video. Hey Katie, thank you. This is all new, so it's exciting. We'll see how it goes. I was saying earlier, if you haven't had a chance, there's a new promo video of mine and Peter Keltz's Cambium and Clay show, and it's on my artist page. It's also on the event page for First Friday, so get a chance, check it out. I just saw it today. It's like the first promo video ever that I've been involved with for my work, so it was really, really, really cool. Topo Chico. I don't remember. Somebody got me hooked on it. Everybody drinks Topo Chicos down here. Topos. That's my last one. Little bummer. I do need to go to the grocery store. What's your favorite piece to date? Probably that wall sculpture, Melissa. That's just something I've been envisioning, so now I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm going to be working on more of these little sea pods, that's what I call them, hanging them permanently on branches and cementing those branches so they'll be freestanding sculptures of like 6 to 8 feet tall. So that's my next kind of direction with this. Hey Nathan. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Like, that's something new, and I'm hoping to maybe make some. I need to start trying to figure out a way to incorporate more desert plants. That might be a direction I go as well. So we'll see. I have lots of ideas. I'm going to be doing some panels too. That panel is huge. It's an 8 foot by 8 foot, and each of them are hung individually. And I'm looking to do like little 12 by 12 panels, something a little bit smaller, accessible. Although I love the wall, like the giant wall. It's amazing. After we got it hung up, I like sat in my studio like every morning just drinking coffee, looking at it, just kind of amazed that it actually came to fruition. I've never had something that big. Do a piece with aloe. Yeah, aloe would be cool. I mean, there's lots of variations of aloe. Well, and like I've been working, so Peter's a botanical artist and then bonsai. So I've got bonsai right now in a lot of my pottery as well. Not here at the studio. They all had to go back to his garden so he could monitor them. But they will be coming back Thursday, roughly. So I'll have to do another Facebook Live when all the plants are back, which would be really cool. Hey Joey, hey Buck, how y'all guys doing? This is my first Facebook Live in my studio, working on some pieces tonight, just hanging out, doing some Q&As. I don't know what else. I've been doing clay for 10 years. Thanks, Susan. I don't know. This is all so new. How's it going, Joey? How's Dallas? Carve. Oh, yes. I'm like holding this giant piece and I'm not doing anything with it. So a lot of people don't realize that each of those lines on my pottery or on, hey Jordan, or on my sculptures, they're all hand carved, like one line at a time. So after I've formed something, whether it's on the wheel or by hand, actually go back in with these little Dolan trimming tools, which I cleaned up for the first time in a long time yesterday. If you could show your work anywhere, where would that be and what would you do? That's a good question, Melissa. Well, I just want to get as far as my work, I want to get it out farther distance. Right now I'm pretty much all Texas, although I was in a National Cup show about 2 years ago up in Missouri. So I guess really just starting to expand in the United States, and as well as I would love to do my first international show in 5 to 10 years. Like that's kind of timeline for me. Like I need to apply for some stuff. As far as like not just a group show, but actual solo show, that'd be really awesome. And then just like the expansion of these like installations and combining them with other artists or with plants or kind of that combination. I'm really, really intrigued to see where this collaboration is going. I think it's pushed me in my work because both of us as artists, Peter Keltz and I, were really like challenging each other. He's like, can you do this? Is this something that will work? And I'm asking him like, will this work? Can you put a plant in this? Can you do a bonsai in this? What kind of tree? And so it's like this back and forth conversation. So I'm excited to see where that goes, as well as like my wall sculpture that's going to become freestanding sculptures. I've even thought about doing some hanging and floor sculptures that, you know, kind of reflect off of each other. So we'll see. Cody, no worries. You don't have to know about art to appreciate it. I'm excited that you've been following and keeping up with what I'm doing. Cody and I met in college, so like I was still really new to clay, would leave the Pike House and go check on kilns and throw pots. So I love your installations. Thank you. Me too. I didn't know I was going to go that route, but I love, like, I really am loving the small pieces because that's very manageable into something larger. Although it would be pretty cool to see one of these be about, 3 or 4 feet tall. So maybe. Such an inspiration. Excited to see what you have coming up. Thanks, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby, you just saw my studio for the first time recently. So yeah, you're going to be just blown away at First Friday. It's so cool. Like First Friday down here just completely transforms in Lubbock. What is everybody doing on this Friday night? Hey, Virginia. This is my first Facebook Live video. So thanks for joining. This clay's a little wet to probably be carving, so I might like grab another piece. It's sticking a little bit too much. So this one's already carved, so I'm going to clean it up with my paintbrush, and then, hey Victoria, and then go in and add like my little textured dots, which makes it look like pumice. So it's probably a good thing you can't see what's going on my table right now, but kind of show you. It's like a mess. I've cleaned everything but my own studio space. Just finished a photo shoot on the beach. I'll be live later. Awesome, Susan. Can't wait to catch you live. Thanks for joining and thanks for encouraging me. I appreciate it. So this would be after I've already started carving. You can kind of see all the little crevices already carved. So I'm going to come back in and start cleaning them up. What's your thoughts on glazing? Depends what I'm doing, Melissa. So I have a homemade glaze booth, but it's kind of a pain to like, you rock always. Thanks, Susan. You rock too. Go check out Susan Marinello if you never have. She's an amazing photographer. Used to live in Lubbock. She's out in Miami now. Does amazing thing. Go check her out on Facebook if you haven't ever seen her work. She does like abandoned urban exploration photography and then just like photo shoots and all sorts of other amazing things. So check her out. What are your thoughts on glazing? So I do a lot of underglaze work, which acts like watercolor. I really enjoy it. I don't like watercolor as a, you're welcome, Susan. As a medium, it's not my thing. There's like way too much time and layering and stuff, but the act of like underglaze is similar to watercolor in my opinion on clay, but I don't know, you can go back and forth a lot more, you can do the layers, but it dries really fast. So I love that. I can blend my colors. Glazing for an electric kiln, it's not as exciting for me, but that's what I'm using currently. Love these pieces because I'm not glazing them at all. They're just raw, and they might end up getting watercolored in some vibrant colors. Gonna play with that. They might get naturally dyed, so I get more variations. That's the fun thing about non-functional work. You can kind of play with it. I don't know. Glazing, I love glazes. I mean, I love when I pick up other people's glazes. And I love my underglazes. I don't know how I feel about the others still. I go back and forth. Maybe I need some time in a glaze lab again. I do like developing glazes. It's been a couple of years. So, hey Katie, how's it going? Hey Tiffany, I just saw you that y'all joined. Thanks for joining my first Facebook Live. This is the first time I've done this. So I'm in my studio, current artist resident down at the Charles Adams Studio Project here in Lubbock, Texas, and just working on some stuff today. What other types of art inspire you? Really, Melissa, most art inspire me, even if it's not art that I particularly enjoy. If I can go somewhere, see someone's art, experience it, it's usually going to give me some sort of feedback back of whether I like it, I don't like it. It might jumpstart a material thought process for me. I mean, I'm really drawn to sculpture, and of course I love clay. Getting to a national clay conference is amazing because it's just clay and clay and more clay. But, I mean, glass, paintings, I mean, sculpture first, all sculptures. I love sculpture. I love 3D. I love being able to walk around it. I don't know. What about you? Melissa, what's other art inspires you? Melissa's an artist. She gave me my first chance of showing my artwork in a gallery in Amarillo. So props to Melissa for giving me those first starters of like showing my work and talking about my work and learning to price it, all those hard things. She gave me nearly 2 years in a space down there. Year? 2 years? I don't remember. I don't know who's all with us still. It's hard to like see how all of this keeps going, and I keep trying to use my like yay for great friends. Yes, I know, and friends that like help with everything and kind of point you in the right directions. And I know none of us could be where we are without like these tribes of people, that's for sure. Hey Dakota, how's it going? this is my first Facebook Live, so I'm in my studio and I'm working on some sculptures tonight and trying this Facebook Live thing out. We'll see how it goes. I know, I think back of, I'm so proud of you, you're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I think back of all the different like directions I've been and different people that have helped me, and like my first art studio outside of tech was in a like 4 by 8 foot closet. 5 years ago I bought my first wheel and I put it in there, and now I'm in like an 1,100 square foot studio and gallery space as a first artist resident. Like, it's amazing to me, like the transition and the people that have like lifted and supported me, and you know, just really were like, you can do this, and the ones that didn't, I was like, well, on those days I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm going to just keep pushing. Hey Rachel, hey Donna, hey buddy, first Facebook Live video, so welcome. I'm in my art studio downtown in Lubbock, so working on some pieces tonight and just checking out Facebook Live from the encouragement of one of my friends. So Rachel, hope everything's good. So I've got First Friday coming up in a week. I don't have enough new stuff ready. Yes, block out the noise. Yes, the noise. Yeah, the negative noise. And it always surprises me when it comes from other artists that are feeling like, I guess, low on themselves. So I'm always like, when I talk to people that are artists or art students, I'm like, no, you just got to keep trying. And if something doesn't work, figure out something else. That's why you're creative. I can't see where you go from here. Your work is so creative and unique. Expect you to skyrocket. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I love that. I hope so. I hope it just keeps going up in a forward direction. For those of you that don't know, this is my first artist residency. I'm part of the Charles Adams Studio Project in Lubbock. And then also big news, I've just spent like a year doing this. I've been teaching art for the last 4 years here in Lubbock, K through 12. But I put in my resignation, and December 1st will be my first day as a full-time artist. So that's coming up in like a couple of months after summer vacation and getting the new teacher in the art department kind of settled and situated at my school. I'll just be in my studio for the remainder 6 months of my residency. Eek! Woohoo! Yeah, I know. I'll have to. I wrote this like little story, and I don't have access to it right now. I'll have to read it sometime on Facebook Live. I shared it on Facebook a couple of months ago, and like I wrote a children's story about me leaving my school and this little girl that has big dreams and loves to draw. So yeah. Congrats on everything. Thanks, Troy. Hey, how's it going? I hope things are going well. And Chris Zayas, I haven't talked to you in forever. This is my first Facebook Live, guys. So I'm in my studio. I'm working. Just like shared with the 5 or 6 people that are still here that, yeah, I put in my resignation and full-time artist as of December 1st. So I know, dreamers unite. Yes, dream big. And work hard. You can't, like, none of this comes without work, that's for sure. Like, whatever your dreams are. I love it, though. It's some of my kids who were really upset about me leaving. A couple of them were just like, you know what, to, like, their parents, like, you know, this is her dream. She's got to go do this. And so I made it a teachable moment. So I'm hoping those, like, lessons stick with my kiddos, that whatever they want to dream and whatever their goals are, like, doesn't matter, they'll go and get it, because what's the point if you don't? Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, it's exciting. It's like new changes for me right now with life. I'm looking at being only in Lubbock probably another little less than a year, maybe a little longer once I move on my residency, but hopefully I'll have something else lined up and be going on to the next thing. So I'm coming in and making those edges a lot smoother versus like the ragged clay edges over here. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And I do this on every single piece. Pottery or sculpture. It's definitely a multifaceted process. I have gotten faster at it when I'm not chatting on Facebook Live. A lot of times I will put on, well, when I have a lot of work to do, I'll Harry Potter marathon. So it might be time for another Harry Potter marathon, just because I've got a week left of First Friday and I've got pieces that need to get finished and I need to crank out some more. I've been kind of slow moving the last couple of days. I hurt myself, threw too hard of a piece of, threw some clay that was too hard and pushed wrong, pulled wrong, I don't know. So today's the first day I have felt better. Sitting in a chair even yesterday was still kind of rough. So I was real fidgety, didn't get a lot done. Went to the pool today. It's hot in Lubbock, so got some swimming in. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, do you get carpal tunnel? I've had some problems where if I've worked way too much, Susan, I do. I've got some great exercise balls, so I use those, and I make sure to stretch my hands. I don't know. I've also got a girl that's going to start helping me in my studio with wedging, so I'm hoping the combo of both of us doing it will give my hands some breaks. I try to mix it up between carving, throwing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about that because there has been some times that I've overworked and I've my hands have gotten shaky. Yeah, I know. Just having someone extra to help. It's one of my kids that just graduated from high school. She wanted to be in the studio and wasn't going to have a job. Her parents don't want her working during the school year. But we thought this was a nice compromise for her to be in the art studio, have access to a wheel. That way I can work on her throwing skills with her because she's only thrown a few times, but she loves art, and that's not going to be her major. We'll see what happens. I'll be kind of surprised if she doesn't end up switching. But yeah, so she's started. She's going to help me with recycling clay and mopping and cleaning and all of those things that take extra time and physical demands with me, and so she's going to help out. What's your next artistic move? Do you have any other new processes in mind? Well, as far as my work goes, I want to start building bigger or just more with the installations. Those are both kind of in the process. And then as functional pottery, more forms. I'm going to do a mug show this September, October, and I just kind of really want to work on the form of a mug for a while. I think there's a lot you can do with a mug, and a mug represents so much in someone's daily life, from whether they're a coffee drinker or a tea drinker, or they like hot chocolate, or they eat their soups out of their mug, or is it something they do by themselves as a ritual, or is it something they share with somebody? So I think there's a lot about mugs, and I kind of just want to explore the functional aspect and thought process behind that. Hey, Clarice. Clarice, thanks for the love mugs. I know, me too. Thanks for the recommendation for the massage therapist. I'm going to give her a call. I'm excited. I need a massage. Sign me up for a mug. Yes, yes. I mean, I'm still playing with my textures, but I'm looking at how I can change my textures on my mugs, on the handles, or how I can layer maybe some of this into there where it's not just around the surface of a mug. Sure, she's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Hey, Carrie. How's it going? This is my first Facebook Live, so welcome. Chilling in my studio, working tonight, working on some sculptures, drinking a topo. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm thinking, Melissa. I hope that answered your question of where I'm going next artistically. And then also some sculptural pieces that can become bonsai planters. That's something I'm still working with Peter Keltz. So, not quite. I don't know. There's still some development there. I really enjoyed my crescent moon shape, but it's still very solid. It's not as fluid as like my sculptures, and so I think there's some potential of combining some of those elements now and ending up with like some sort of sculptural. I don't know. We'll see. Hey Tom, this is my first Facebook Live in my studio, working and talking about just art and life and questions about how I do stuff and what I'm up to. So, any other questions right now? Hey Cindy. Hashtag fangirl over here. I know, Carrie, you're so sweet. I was just telling my sister about you the other day. I thought it was so cute when you introduced yourself to me. I love it. I'm like, I have fans? Like, that's new. I will tell you a story, Carrie. So I have this artist that I absolutely adore, like national ceramic artist. And of course, as soon as I say that, her mind's like blank in my head. But I saw her at a national ceramics convention walking across the street, and none of my friends knew who she was because they don't follow her sculpture. And I just was like, oh my gosh, there she is. And everybody's like, who? What? Oh, thank you. So anyways, that's my fangirl story for a ceramic artist. How do you feel about artistry versus artisan with regards to pottery? Man, that always comes up. And I've heard that a lot at like the National Ceramic Conferences and where pottery sits in the fine arts world, or where ceramics even as a medium sits. It's kind of a tough one. I mean, I consider myself an artist. I have a high level of craftsmanship. The history of ceramics, of course, has artistic merit as well as the functionality in ceramics. So there's a lot of interesting dynamics, I think, that are involved with ceramics. Ceramics has been around, like, since people have been around. You can't have one without the other. I love that history. But I do feel like at the same time, ceramics, and especially when you start getting into pottery, gets kind of pushed on the back burner with fine arts, and gets put to a craft and different things like that. Ceramics as more of a fine art is really only been in the last 50 to 70 years. So, and then even like female ceramic artists is even less overall. I don't know. So there's a lot of interesting dynamics with that. Let me get back to you. I don't know if I answered that at all. I feel like I just went all the way around it. Hey, Efren. Hey, Stacy. This is my first Facebook Live video. Chilling in the studio, working on some sculptures. So thanks for joining. We'll see how it goes. I've told people they're free to ask me questions about my work and what I'm working on and where I'm going next. Been trying to answer those as best as I can. So let me know if you have any questions. Hey Adam, how's it going? This is my first Facebook Live, so we'll see how it goes. Working on some pottery, or some ceramics tonight, not pottery. I hurt myself throwing pottery earlier this week. Efren, when are we going to do like a show or something? Or when are you going to play in clay? Hey! I don't know how I'm doing on all of this. It's all new. And, oh no, yeah, I hurt myself. Like, I couldn't even, barely move a couple of days ago. Today it's better. I went swimming, so it's better. Too hard of clay, pushed my elbow into my hip and then pushed forward on the wheel. Bad plan. Pushed too hard and, messed up my shoulder. hurt pretty bad. So I've had like, do you feel challenged being a female artist? What do you feel are the barriers? I think there are challenges being a ceramic female artist. I've noticed over the years when I'm working, especially if I've like decided to pair up with a male artist, which I love doing. The collaborations I've always had with various male artists have been like amazing, but it never fails that I get like, and it's not the male artist's fault, it's the people that approach us, they always just approach the guy. And I've noticed that something, I was physically building a sculpture, an environmental sculpture, this 5-foot tall bird's nest. Physically was building it, finishing off the last touches as a collaboration. And most of the collaboration was from my friend Mark, and he had like done a lot of the clearing and he'd gathered the materials, but when it came to actually building, he just kind of was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing now, like I'm gonna let you take over. And so Efren, I'm gonna come back to that. And so it was really interesting because these like people came up and were like, oh, I love your sculpture, man. And he's like, I'm not making it, like Kendra is, like it's mostly her at this point. And so I don't know, like being a small female ceramic artist in a 3D male world has been kind of interesting. No offense to my guy friends, but kind of sucks sometimes. Yeah, Efren, clay, I don't understand why you paint something blue and it turns red. Yeah, ceramic chemistry is weird. My kids don't understand it either. And, you know, for the most part, it's cool until you have 3 blue cups and 1 red cup you need to do, and all the glazes look real similar, and you mess up an order, so now you got to ship something. I got to ship something to a friend of mine that I messed up her order on. Hey, Sydney. This is my first Facebook Live video. Just hanging out in the studio and having some good Q&As from people and working on a new CPod. Got a whole box of them behind me that need to be finished. Yeah, Efren, glaze chemistry is weird. Yeah, that's why I just don't. Yeah, that and, you know, kilns over fire and under fire all in the same week. Right before a show, typically, and then things crack. You don't have that much problems with what you're working on. Clay's a little more finicky. And every time I'm crying about, like, why do I do clay, then I touch clay again, and I'm like, oh, that's why. Like, it's just there. So, clay's definitely my first love as far as mediums. I try other things and can't seem to do anything else. I wish y'all could see my laptop right now. I've got my phone propped on my laptop. And if you've never seen my laptop or my phone, there's always clay on all of it. And yeah, it's probably time to get a new laptop, but it'll just have clay on it too, so I don't know. We'll just see if I can make this last a little longer. Yep. Yeah, I know. Clay's weird, isn't it, Efren? Very finicky. But there's cool things you get to do with it, and you get to play with fire. Like, that's fun. I think it was last year. It was before I moved in my studio, so maybe a little over a year ago. A friend of mine, we actually we like dipped some of her crocheted creations in slip. Didn't bisque fire them. Didn't let them dry. Just wrapped them up, like kind of let them dry. Wrapped them up and then put them in an open flame pit. And her dad helped us get that that fire up to like, I don't know, 1900, 2000 degrees. Hey, Michael, I was just talking about you. You must have had your ears burning. Was just talking about how we got the fire with the clay slip, knit crochet, like all of that, like up to ridiculous temperatures in the rain, thanks to her dad. So, hey, Stephanie, hope things are going well. We miss you. We miss you being here. This is my first Facebook Live, so just talking, Q&A, working. But you already play with fire, Efren? Not like ceramic artists play with fire. We play with lots of fire. It's fun. So does anybody have any questions? Yes, we need to do more of that. Yes, we do. We just need to let things dry and not set it quite as hot. we kind of incinerated some of that stuff, or your dad helped us incinerate some of it. I do have those neat shapes though. Like some of our shapes turned out really cool. We wrapped, we took like a real thick, I don't know, kind of like craft paper. We wrapped like slip dipped yarn around it and then let that dry and then wrapped them in foil and then threw them down in this fire pit basically. And when you dug them out, the ones that survived that we could find, they were these beautiful blacks and grays. And then I would go through and like poke out some of the parts, and so they looked like something that had fallen from the sky, like a meteor or something. It was very cool, but then had the texture sometimes of yarn. I don't know, they were cool. It was just an experiment. I still have stuff from the last time we fired. Oh my gosh, you still have stuff. Okay, so that stuff would actually be dry. So yeah, maybe we can do a firing, maybe not until the fall. It's so hot right now. Or we could do one in the middle of the night if you stay up late. So, if you're just joining, this is my first Facebook Live video. Don't know how to see how long I've done it for. They suggest that you do 30 to 45 minutes so people can join in. So, welcome. I don't know how long I've been talking for. Hey Marissa, welcome to my Facebook Live, first one. Doing some work, having some Q&As about the studio. Shared the news that, for those of you that weren't here earlier, shared the news that I put in my formal resignation with my school, and as of December 1st, I'm going to be a full-time artist. So I'll have 6 months in my artist residency, and then off to the next adventure, whatever that may be. Hey Megan, tell Kenny I said hi. It's been a long time. Welcome to my first Facebook Live video. So does anybody have any questions, or I don't know, just trying to keep the ball rolling and answer anything? Hey, what's up? That's what's up. Very cool. So we're in my studio tonight. Amelia's sleeping on the crate behind me. When removing very small cups from the kiln, have you ever said shots fired? No, but I will next time. And I still need to make you, Adam, some of those like golden yellow shot glasses. I think that's the color you wanted, right? That like mustardy yellow on the red clay. Before I run out of red clay. No, but I'm still going to use that. Yes, cool. I thought that's what you wanted, was that mustard yellow. Cool. That's a great color. Oh, shot glasses. I'm thinking about doing a mug shot show, like that be an exhibition, so it's only mugs and only shot glasses. I don't know. I think there's just something kind of quirky about a mug shot show. Oh, shot glasses. Yep. I just broke part of my sculpture. It was too thin, I guess. It happens with these. Hey, Melissa. Welcome to my first Facebook Live. Just doing some Q&A about the studio. Yes, do it. I love that idea. I know, like a mugshot show. I don't know. It just sounds fun. Maybe I can get some other ceramics. Pottery puns. I'm assuming that says puns, even though it's not. It doesn't. There's so many pottery puns and innuendos, it's not even funny. But I'm sure that's with lots of art. I don't know. Glass is worse than ceramics. Have to get my sister maybe to do a Facebook Live with me next time I'm with her. We tried doing a video blog a couple of years ago when she first moved, but we weren't real good about, like, we would film them, and then we wanted to edit them, and then we wouldn't, and then they wouldn't get loaded. So, I don't know. Kind of fell apart. Sorry, I have to run. I have some food on the grill. Oh, do more Facebook Lives. Thanks. See you, Carrie. I hope to see you later this weekend or something. You could do a collaborative with photographs for the mugshot show. Ooh, I could. I know several photographers. That could be fun. So Michaela and I, she is a really, if you don't know Michaela, she is really awesome. She does felted hats and like monsters and zombie bears and stuff like that. And we're doing a Zombies, Monsters, and Myths Oh My show with our illustrator friend Tanya in October. So if you've never seen either of their work, you'll have to come down to First Friday in October because we're having a monster show. I'm excited. I'm gonna like do some like heavily carved black mugs and maybe some drippy red glaze and maybe like sneak in some vampire teeth or something. I don't know yet. It'll just be something fun. Hey Emily, how's it going? This is my first Facebook Live. Doing some Q&As, talking about upcoming shows and just working. Drinking topo. Emily, are you making any ceramics lately, or has it been all work? I met Emily because she's a ceramic artist. I'm going to make... Oh, very cool, Michaela. I want to make some Scary Fairy drawings on, like, of your, like, stuff, I guess, and put them on my cups. Hey, Harrison, doing a Facebook Live video. It's my first one. You're like probably next door. So, yeah, just doing some work tonight. And Susan Marinello suggested, and I tried this out, and I don't know, it's going pretty well so far, I think. Probably see how everybody's doing in like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go. It's going good. I just got off work. Oh, good. You should come to First Friday if you're off. You didn't get to see the show last month. I know that. So, would love to. I mean, it's weird right now because with working with this many plants, like, I can't just leave it set up like you would a normal show. Like the teardown and the rearranging and moving everything to the light and outside, like, happened within like 2 days. So it was like we threw it all up, we worked, and then like all the plants had to be outside, and I'm just excited. I haven't killed my air plants. I'm usually not very good at plants. I forget about them, which I don't like. I love plants, I love nature, but I think it's where we live, it's so dry, it's pretty unforgiving. So been real excited that the ones that I've mostly been in charge of, I haven't killed off, and I've had them in my studio for a couple of months. So, I know, yay! I'm not killing off the plants. It helps when you've spent money on them. So, not to mention my studio is kind of becoming like this urban jungle of like interesting plants. I love it. Like, love having plants in my work and around my work and around me every day. It's amazing. Hey, Kenny. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think about the upkeep of plants. It's a lot of extra stuff. Yeah, it is a lot of extra stuff. I'm running a humidifier nearly 24/7 on my my sculpture wall right now. And then I'm also like pulling some of them down. I'm spraying them. I'm soaking the air plants because it's been so hot and dry. Hey John, this is my first Facebook Live video. Working in the studio, talking about work. Working in the studio, talking about work. So, yeah, the upkeep is a lot, and I mean, and I'm not even doing it by myself, so I can only imagine if it was all by myself. But, anyways, hope everybody's having a good night tonight. going to be doing some more of these, maybe with some themes, or I don't know, maybe I'll do one where, I don't know, throwing might be too loud. My wheel is old, so it kind of makes noises. So I don't know how throwing would be, but we might try it out one night. And I can throw and I can talk. Or I can sling some clay and see if I can make a video at the same time. I don't know, we'll see. Hey Danielle, this is my first Facebook Live video. Just working tonight in my downtown studio. Check it out. There's Amelia. She's sleeping. Hey, how's it going? Are you still making clay work, or are you just teaching art now, Danielle? Lots of art friends tonight. Love this. Go you. Oh, thanks, Vicki. It's the first one. It's been interesting and not quite as hard and as scary as I thought it was going to be. Although I do like the one Susan did the other night. She did Whiskey Wednesday, and I might have to do a Whiskey Wednesday one night, so that could be really cool. Both. Oh, good. I'm still doing both too, Danielle. Teaching and making clay, and at least for a little longer. I don't know if you saw my news. I put in my resignation, and as of December 1st, Betty says hello to Amelia from a distance. Yeah, Amelia's sleeping, so she's good with that. Yeah, so I put in my resignation, and December 1st, I'll be first-time, full-time artist. I'm going to try it out and give myself at least 6 months just doing my residency without the stress and distraction of both. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited and nervous about some of these big life changes I'm doing. A friend of mine, I told her, I was like, yeah, it feels like my life's turned upside down. And she was like, you know what, honestly, it sounds like everything that's going on in your life, you've turned your life right side up. So I love that. So anytime your life feels upside down, maybe it's just right side up now. And things are going in the direction they need to be, even if they seem a little chaotic. But I love that perspective. So I think I've just about finished smoothing all of these. If you're just joining, I do this on every single piece. They get sculpted, they get carved, then they get smoothed down with water and a paintbrush. And then I have like some different homemade texture tools. So that's like a lump of clay with a bunch of nails or finishing pins. Like I use different things. I also have epoxy putty, so different shapes and sizes. This one was my favorite, and then it broke, and I lost some of them. Silversmith who sand enamel. Ooh. I'll have to check that out later, Michaela. Thank you. I'll go check that artist out. I'm looking forward to like trying out some different things on these. I've fired them before, like in a soda kiln. I've done underglazes on them, but I've considered doing like some natural dyes where I either use like onion skins or beets or wine to get like more various like natural shades so you don't lose the like pumice texture. Because when you glaze them with anything other than underglaze, you lose all this texture, which is halfway, that's a big part of the sculpture. So I'm looking for other ways I can do it, although I love them raw and just using other clays. We should do a joint live video, or maybe start a first. Ooh, yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, Vicki, let's talk about that. That'd be great to do some live videos for CASP and, like, go back and forth and talk to them, talk about stuff. That'd be great. Yeah, let's visit about that. Have a good day or a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out some new things I can add to these or combos. I'm going to be collaborating with my sister. She's a glass artist and graphic designer up in Denver. And so I'm really looking forward. I've got some of her broken pieces, so I'm going to be doing some of these like kind of wrapped sculptures of my textures around her broken pieces and kind of encapsulating those glass. So that way after it's fired, I'll insert her glass piece into mine or into two of mine and piece them together kind of like a puzzle before adhering them. So that's something I'm going to be playing with this summer. I'm excited about that. So this, when I'm doing all these thousands of dots, even though I'm working with tools that have multiple, if you poke some holes all the way through, I can weave a spider web into one for you. Ooh, yeah. That would be really cool. Like with a real fine thread. Could you do it like with something nearly as fine as like, I don't know, that'd be really cool, Michaela. I actually had a real spider and a real spider web living in one of these when I put it up on the wall. I just was like, I'm not going to disturb the little guy. So I've got a spider living up on my wall somewhere. I did at least a month ago when I first started putting these in. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, the holes. So usually when I start this process is when I like start listening to podcasts, or I like Harry Potter marathon it, or really long movies. Like last night I listened to, I don't really watch them, I just put them on my laptop because this process I've done so many times. I need something I can listen to. Silk. Ooh, yeah. Let's try that, Michaela. Oh, I've got at least one or two of these. How many holes would you need? Like that to go all the way through, or would it matter, or just something that you could weave a needle through? And then it would shimmer. Ooh, yeah, we need those. We need those for our monster show. Oh, that'd be so exciting. Oh, I like that. So yeah, that's usually when I start listening to like longer movies or TV shows that I've watched too many times. Something that will just like keep playing. Like if I put on Doctor Who on Amazon, it'll go through my whole list and I'll listen to Doctor Who for like 8 hours. By the way, if there's any Whovians still watching tonight, I'm going to try to do a Doctor Who viewing down here in the studio. I'll make a Facebook event page or event for it, and I'm going to do that. But anyways, my voice seems like it's getting a little gravelly from talking, so I hope everybody had a great night. I appreciate you watching, and be looking for more. Yes, Marissa, you're down for a Doctor Who night. Are there any last Q&As before we call it a night? Guess if you, Sean. Ooh, Sean can make glass spiders. Yeah, and I don't think Shane has ever done any lampwork spiders, but if you've got someone that does, like, that could be really cool. Anyways, guys, this has been fun. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the like positive feedback that I've got, and the good questions, and got some work started on it. So gonna get some more work done tonight. And hey, Katrina, you're catching the end of the video, so I'll be posting next time I do a live video with a time, so everybody can kind of have a heads up. I just wanted to try it out tonight, and I was afraid I'd back out if I didn't. So anyways, I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great night. This is Mud Girl signing out.